Right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back to PrepperNow. Most professional YouTuber on YouTube. Oh, man, I hope you had a great day. I really, really do. I got to tell you, for us, it was by far and away probably the best Christmas we have ever had. Christmas was fantastic. It was. It was awesome. Kids had a blowout Christmas. Family was here. We ate steaks. Made an egg bake. Man, it was awesome. Great, great Christmas. Merry Christmas, as in Christ. Christian. Merry Christmas. I am feeling good, and I hope you are. I hope you are filled with Christmas cheer. I hope you are fully just having a great day. And thank you for joining me. Yeah. So this is the first one I got. Hold on real quick for those. Whoosh. This guy on Crisis Report was like, man, why are you drinking? And I got to like hear your child in the background, because it was the Christmas Eve one that I did for Crisis Report. I'm going to go live with Crisis Report after. But he was like, you shouldn't be drinking. You shouldn't have your kid in the background. Man, what part of rhyming with pluck plu do you not understand? My kid will play and frolic in the background of every friggin' video that I put out. And there's not a darn thing people can do with it. Guess what? Check this out. This is crazy. I am gainfully employed and have no desires to be a professional, all I do is YouTuber. No, in fact, this medium is here so I can come here and get you guys alerted to some crazy stuff going on, and so you can prep. And that's why this is the stream that it is. I'm going to get to there's a prep list I found, and I'm going to go through it. We talk about prepping here, but guess what? I'm going to drink a drink from time to time. I am. Hold on. Oh, my God. What a tasty beverage. I'm going to go wake my kids up and have them get out their drone and start playing around and screaming and frolicking and stuff like that. Like, can you imagine? It's Christmas Eve, and you go on to someone's live stream, and you start to critique him like he used to work for friggin' NBC or something, like a talent manager or something. Man, that guy was banned from the channel so quickly, I can't even tell you. His name was Joe Blow. It's literally what his name was. I bet he blows stuff, I can tell you that much. Woo! All right, anyway. Yeah, don't mess with my kids. You know why I'm on YouTube? Check this out. I'm on YouTube because I feel like there are certain people in our government and in the background and of a political flavor that are messing with my kids. So I'm actually here for my kids. I am. Yeah, I am. Because I want them to grow up in a normal country without a bunch of friggin' mentally insane people running the show. You know, Joe Biden gave a full detailing in a video today of the White House, like the entire area. He gave a 3D walkthrough of the entire White House. Holy OPSEC, you idiot. Can you imagine? What a bonehead. Yeah, there's no nefarious reasons behind that. Anyway, I digress. I'm sorry. These people are so mentally ill and stupid. I can't even, put it into words. So you know what I do? I come here and I talk. By the way, this platform, man, the blue hairs in the back, they're going friggin' gangbusters. I was going to do a video today, so I'm scrolling through, right? You get a little time. Christmas is over. We're sitting back. We got some football on. I know. I'm sorry. Bread and circuses. I'm sitting back doing the normal American thing, and I'm watching some football. Got Kansas City versus Pittsburgh on, right? And we're sitting there and we're watching it, and I won't even go into it. Anyway, this is all whatever. You know, let's just keep it simple. Like a traditional, simple Christmas. I'm surly tonight. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, I was scrolling. I'll do it. I'll talk to you about it. I was scrolling through Tube, and not one, not two, not three, but four different YouTube channels that I follow had all posted on the community about the crap that's going on in the background with their channels. And it is not positive. I've never seen anything like that. So clearly there's a bit of a blue hair rebellion going on. Like, I mean, if I were to lose, like, I'm a coach, right? If I were to lose, I wouldn't sit there and like try to run the people down in the drive, the parkway or whatever, the parking lot. No, I'd go in and talk to the team and be like, what do we do wrong? No, not these people. No, that'd be too freaking normal and simple. No, what do? When everybody goes, you can take your censorship and shove it up your ASS. What do these people do? They double down on it. Idiots. I can't even put into words. So anyway, it was Bear Independent, Jailbreak Overlander, MD Creekmore, and China Uncensored. Uncensored. These are not like small channels. China Uncensored's got like 2 million viewers. Bear's got like almost 300,000. MD Creekmore's got like 90,000. I think Jailbreak Overlander is somewhere around there too. It's like, what? Why? Like, what do these people think? Gosh, this really worked for us last time. Let's do it again. It's just, the idiots. Anyway, okay, sorry. I saw that. I was like, holy crap, wow, something's going on. I'm not the only one to notice. So yeah, the old PrepperNow growth is on hold until Blue Hair Central decides to cope a little bit harder, but they're not going to do that. So, as I was talking to one of my fave subs in the background, so I'm just going to quintuple down. I'm just going to start doing 6792 action for those that remember 6792. 6792. Who remembers 6792? And who can tell me what that number means to this channel? If you know what that number means, 6792, then you tell me. Because it was my first, encounter with what they do. Anybody know 6792? Let's see if we got some old schoolers here. What a tasty beverage I just drank in the middle of my stream. Yes. Huh? I do not remember, says Matt, you trucking. It's good to see you, brother. Matt used to come on here all the time, and he's been busy. But good to see you. All right, maybe I got a whole bunch of news. Maybe they just unsubbed everybody. Those people aren't around anymore. That's possible too. Oh my gosh. Yes, 6792 was in I think it was January of 2021 or 2022. Okay, and I had really received some exponential growth. I started in March of 2020, and by the end of November, December, I was growing very well. And all of a sudden, I got to the number 67,092. And this is back when I used to live stream with my mask and stuff on, right? And I basically held a live stream protest because he kept this is back when they would knock you off and stuff. And so I think it was a Saturday afternoon, I just kept live streaming perpetually. I did it for like hours. Like I'd go on and off and on and off and on and off. Made like 10 videos or something. But I kept singing the song 6792. And, you know, I eventually broke through it or whatever. But like my thing is, I don't stop. Like if you're going to be stubborn to me, like Katie bar the door, I'm going to be totally stubborn back. My default setting is to be a stubborn, you know what, and to just be a total, just like, I'm not stopping, and I'm gonna make it so you get so mad at me that you can't even imagine. So I'm gonna start posting a lot of videos. I think I am, yeah. So if you like what we're doing here, then yeah, you'll hopefully love that. But anyway, 10-minute open. There it is. I got some stuff off my chest. Hey, Felix. Thanks. Felix the cat. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas. So yeah, we had a traditional Christmas. I know. The horror. The horror. We woke up and we had Christmas presents and Christmas cheer, and we said Merry Christmas and we prayed, and like I know all the evil stuff that us people do. Yeah, we did all that, peace on earth and stuff like that. Tonight, check this out. This coup de grace. We went out and we went and looked at Christmas lights, right? And the local town has a little like Christmas drive-through. And we drove through it, and we tipped them $20 for their little nativity scene and all that, so they could keep it going next year. I know, we're such terrible people. We should go out, color our hair strange colors, and end every day with a shift, going to the bar and getting jacked up like all the fools I used to live around in Manhattan. I digress. Okay. Yes, 6792. So I think we're gonna start to just create a bunch of videos. That's kind of what we're starting tonight. But anyway, yeah, we had a traditional Christmas. What was your Christmas like, folks? I hope it was absolutely wonderful. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you celebrated with family and loved ones, and you ate well, and you rested up, and you had a good night's sleep, and you know, you woke up and you just had all of your people around you, or maybe, you know, you don't have that many people around, but you woke up and you just had a good day. You took a long walk. What did you do? What did you do? Mine was good, says Butterfly. I love that. I think that's great. Went to church today. Great job, Daniel. That's awesome. Good stuff. Some of the people on here are like, well, you know, it's not really Christ's birthday. It's like, okay, all right, we get the point. We know that. We've heard the story. We're not sure. I heard he was born in March, actually. But anyway, does it really matter? Let us celebrate the birth of Christ, right? So, hopefully you didn't put yourself into debt. Hopefully you had a little good food. We had a Christmas ham on Christmas Eve. I know. Shouldn't eat pork. And today for Christmas dinner, folks and I and my family had ribeyes. Yeah, well, they had fillets. I had a ribeye, Delmonico. And my dad had a nice New York strip. Went to the butcher. And I made cream of spinach for the first time. It was actually quite tasty. So, yeah, look at those evil people right there. If only they would just live frivolously and bang anything that moves and you know, experiment. Gosh, look at them. Look how horrible. Oh my gosh, look at the humanity on these people. Look at them. We light the candles at every meal. Sherry Binversey, 32, told the Epic Times. Making time as the light of Christ is coming. Oh, these are terrible human beings. Teddy and Binversey families also wait until Epiphany to exchange gifts with their immediate families. Holiday, which falls on January 6th, marks a visit of three wise men, the Magi, gift to Jesus. Traditional 12 days of Christmas, which symbolize the journey of the Magi. Hopefully you guys did something of that sort. Hopefully you did. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you had a just great day. And maybe you're older and you don't have a lot of your people around anymore, or, maybe you miss someone. I wish blessings upon you. I do. I decided today, in the spirit, in the cheer of everything. My dad is 81 and my mom is 80, and I told him I can't do it this summer, but next summer in 26, we're going to all go out and we're going to do a family trip with them. I'm going to take my dad out to the West because he's a big fan of Westerns and John Wayne, and he's never been out there. And I said, we're going to load up the family truckster, and you're getting in when I'm paying for it, and I'm going to take them out, and we're going to do a nice, large family trip out west to Colorado, to Monument Valley, and go through their old home, which used to be Cincinnati. And I lived there for a spell. And then we're going to go back through Kansas City, which they lived there too for a while. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to take them there, and we're going to just show them and just go back and show them the West and take them to their old homes and go around and reminisce and have like a nice family time. And so I'm super excited about that. But some people are being naughty. Oh, credit card debt. Don't do it. Yep. Credit card debt bad. And where is it? Oh, it's all over the place. Huh, look at that. Slowest. Average time to pay off debt slow is, well, look at that. It's the South. Fastest time to pay off debt is in swampland and Massachusetts, some of the more blue states. So, yeah. How long it takes to pay off credit card balances in each state. You should pay it off within the month. I've got one credit card, and I pay for stuff, on it during the month, and then on the 28th, the bill is due, and I pay the whole thing off. So, reason why is because I'm trying to build credit, and we have good credit, but, it's the way you should do it. I don't use a credit card because I'm trying to get away with stuff. I use it because I want a credit build. So anyway, Alaska, D.C., Maryland, Nevada, Hawaii, the number of months to pay off debt is, yeah. But anyway, households in Alaska and D.C. are carrying more than $7,000 in credit card debt, highest across the country. But they've got higher incomes there, but you shouldn't have credit card debt, and you shouldn't have put anything this Christmas on the credit. In fact, you should never put really anything on the credit unless you're going to plan on paying it off pretty much immediately. Okay? Connecticut, California, Washington, yeah. Poorer states have below average debt because they can't, they don't have the credit lines that the other people have, but carrying the debt for longer periods of time accrues additional interest. Bank rates and analysis points out that when making only minimum payments, take more than 17 years to pay off the national average of your debt. So you should not do that, okay? Never pay the bare minimum. Pay off all your debt in full. And if you can't handle a credit card, check this out. Don't have one, okay? I got my first credit card literally 2 years ago. And why? Because I'm going to pay it off. I'm going to build credit with it. So most people don't have a credit card, and that's a good thing. So anyway, now that I see I've run off most of the people, blue hairs are in the back doing their thing. They're probably jacking with the numbers. They've probably already been unsubscribed by 5 to 10 people. Thank you, blue hairs. Let's get to some prepping ideas, okay? So this is Michael Snyder. Michael Snyder is a doom writer. He's got all kinds of like doom blogs and stuff like that. But, he brings up some good stuff. I like to read them from time to time. When I'm in a good mood for a doom scroll, I go to this guy. But what he said, he has come through with 24 things that you will desperately need in a post-apocalyptic world. Okay? So this is what he is saying you need for a post-apocalyptic world. So, emergency food to feed your family. What do we go by here, folks? We go by FEMS. Yes, food is number one. It literally is. And food is inclusive of water in this world. You can call it FWEMS or whatever, but food and water are number one. And I agree with that. I think he's right to have that as number one on the system. A water filtration system to clean your water. And I agree with that. I actually have my mother-in-law, she got the package. She can't remember. She's forgetting to bring over this thing. I'm going to do a review on a reverse osmosis system. So I think water filtration is important. I want water filtration that is going to clear out all kinds of stuff, and a reverse osmosis system will do it. We have a Berkey. We have that. Some great videos on YouTube on what you can do to filter water. You take grass, some nice long grass, prairie grass, whatever, and you do sand, rocks, charcoal, grass, rocks, charcoal, sand, okay? You put it in a tube, and you just keep running water through it. Well, what happens is the water starts to get cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. So the charcoal, and that's one thing I don't think he has on here. Maybe he does. Let me see if he does. Nope, he doesn't have it. You should have activated charcoal in your preps. It's a great way to deal with poison. It's a great way to filter water if you need it on the fly. Activated charcoal is incredibly important, and something that we have. So anyway, water filtration is important. You should learn the way to do it. And basically the way I was saying, with the sand and the charcoal and the rocks and then the grass and then charcoal, rock, sand. Yeah. You just keep pouring water through. It takes time, but eventually the water clears out, and then you take that and then you boil it, and then you take that and you run it through like a coffee filter. And after that, it should be relatively okay. So, anyway, I digress. Hopefully you don't have to. If you get into that kind of situation, like nuclear mushroom clouds are going off. Anyway. Ferro rod for starting a fire. I think personally you should have ferro rod. You should have things to start a fire. You should have matchbooks. You should have lighters and stuff like that. Fire starting is important. You should have a dedicated burn area where you can burn stuff. Hats off to all the country folk that were burning boxes they didn't need in their burn pile. We were doing that earlier today. But yeah, you should have a place for the dedicated use of fire and ways to start that fire. Ferro rods are great. They are not easy if you've never done them. Having lighters and matches are smart as well. And then there's other things. A lot of another thing that people don't know. You've got it's the steel wool. Steel wool. If you take that, it is excellent at like sparking and flaming. You put a little bit of that, and you have a little bit of a spark there. It'll do its thing, and then you put some dry kindling or whatever on top, and it'll get started. Anyway, another time. First aid kit. Yeah, you should have a first aid kit. You should. Bear Independent, he was one of the guys that was saying, hey, have you seen my shadow ban video? You know what he was selling there? He was selling refuge medical stuff. Yeah. Terrible person that Bear is. God, what a horrible human being. The way he dedicates his life to ministry and, helping other people and going to disaster areas. We should definitely suppress the crap out of him. Yeah, he's got refuge medical. If you need a IFAC or whatever, then he is a great person. And it's not international first aid kit. It's individual first aid kit. So just so you know. I said that once and a guy jumped all on me in the comments. Yep, first aid kit. So medical knowledge is good. Antibiotics, yeah, JASE case, stuff like that. There's other groups like that. You should have antibiotics if you can. My wife could take you through that. She knows that kind of stuff. So she's into the whole doctoring thing. But you should definitely have antibiotics. You should have medications. You should have other stuff. You should have ibuprofen. You should have Band-Aids. You should have gauze. You should have ways to stop a bleed, whether that is from a GSW or something else. All these things are important. And, you should have medical stuff, medications. We were talking about that with the movie Homestead. They had a med bay. So my wife was laughing at him, and I said, well, if you remember correctly, I went out and got a freaking, a respirator. Yeah, I got off, some family was selling it there. Grandma died, and she had it for oxygen, and I got all the things for it because it was a perfectly good unit. We got a respirator, still own it. Why not? We're going into, at that time in 2020, we were going headlong into a respiratory virus. Kind of made sense to me to have something that could distribute oxygen. No, oxygenator, not a respirator. Oxygenator. Sorry, my bad. So, anyway, oxygenator. It get up to 15%. But anyway, the thing worked perfectly. It was great. Had the cannulas and all that. It's cool. Yeah, we like to prep. Multi-tool, yeah, you should definitely have like a Leatherman or something like that. Full set of tools, really, if you think about it. Always important. Good to have a full set of tools. Leathermans you should have in your car. Swiss Army knife, stuff like that. Things that do basic cutting, things that can cut, things that can saw, if only minimally and limitedly. Things like that. A multi-tool is definitely a smart idea. I like it. Solar power generator, we have one of those. I built one for my dad. It's enough to keep the refrigerator on, which I think is about all we would really need. Everything else we can kind of get by. I would definitely want refrigerated food and food that is not going to poison me. So that's the whole point of our solar Jenny. But not terribly tough. But the problem with solar power is you need the sun. We noticed this the other day. I've got a solar light on my shed, and it had been gray for about 3 days. Well, guess what? One night the light didn't come on because it hadn't had the power yet. So solar generators are limited. Solar flashlight, definitely should have that. You should have flashlight. You should have lantern. There are numerous companies out there. You can buy a cheap one, go to a little discount store, something like that. They usually sell them in their little hardware area. Excuse me. Shortwave radio. We used to have a sea crane. We've got the weather band, one for each car, and then, of course, one for the home. Sea crane used to make good stuff. I've heard bad reviews about them lately. I used to have one, but it busted in a move. And so I need to, I don't know, we've got the basics, but I can't do ham radio or anything like that. A lot of people like to do ham radio. A lot of people get into it. They hobby with it. A great skill. And that's the thing with all of this stuff, skills. You want to get into skills. You want to be able to communicate. You want to be able to fish. Fishing gear. You got fishing gear? We do. We don't go fishing a lot, but, if I got nothing to do and all day to do it, and we don't have enough meat, you better believe we'll go down to the lake or the little pond or river or whatever, and we'll post up and we'll get her done. We'll get some fish, you know. I won't be doing any champion basses, but I don't care. So, yeah. Seeds, yep, absolutely. I just picked up more seeds a few days ago, some nice organics. Seeds are always smart. You should learn to garden. I was thinking about it today as I walked by my garden. I plan on doing a big one. We didn't do a big one this year. We just did tomatoes, but with the prices going up and everything else, I think this year we're going to kind of focus on it. It definitely is something that I'm not the best at. I've gotten better. I've been gardening for about a decade. I can do squash. I can do bell peppers, tomatoes. I've done broccoli. I did okra. Did some peppers and stuff like that. Some habaneros. So, yeah, it's important to learn how to garden, and having seeds is key, and knowing what to do with them, knowing how to germinate and all that. A wood stove. Now, that is something we do not have. We do not have a wood stove. Now, we have the ability to make, create, and burn fire. I have a solar oven, but I do not have a wood stove per se. But it was funny, we were talking about it. We like to do things to make our little farmette get better and bigger. And one of the things that we thought about doing was putting in a fireplace, because we don't currently have one. So, might be on the list. And we would burn wood in it, because it would be smart. So, anyway. Wood stove. Axe. Got to have an axe. Yes, we got one. We got a hand axe. But the bug out farm, which you have heavy machinery over there, we have numerous axes over there. So, super important. Being able to chop some wood, always good. Good shovel, we got that. We got multiple shovels. So, yeah. Paracord, definitely. You want rope and paracord and bungees and stuff like that, so you can do different things with that. I think that's a good list. You know, I mean, honestly, this thing is a pretty good list. Because you know what the thing is? He remembers the one thing that everybody forgets, and that's number 17, but I'll get there here in a moment. Duct tape. Got to have duct tape. If you don't have duct tape, then, I don't know. It's duct tape, paracord, and a hand crank can opener are like prepping 101, really. So, hand crank opener, we use it. We have it all the time. We open up cans of cat food for our cats. And other things, you know, beans and stuff like that. But, yeah, hand crank can opener that's really good and functional and works. And if yours is about to go bye-bye, and they do wear down over time, go get a new one immediately. Very warm winter jacket for every member. I actually have an Antarctic rated jacket from North Face. I love this thing. I've had it for about 15 years. Still fits great. But it is built for the really, really cold. My kids have good jackets because they like to go snow tubing and stuff like that. But, you know, we get up our game there. We could definitely get them like a more like major, handle the super cold. But, I mean, we're in the mid-Atlantic, and we don't get like it was. When we were up in you know, the Northeast, definitely, that's where I got my jacket from. I was up there. I love it, too. Still have it. Won't give it up. Don't really need it anymore. Not as much as I used to, but it's there if I do. A durable backpack. Yeah, you should have a backpack. You should have one filled with different things in your vehicles. Those are called bug out bags. Or, you know, inch. I'm not coming home bags or whatever. Things that can help you out. So you should be definitely having that. A compass. I've got one of those Rambo knives, and it's got a compass on there. And I'm glad I do. That's important. That is something you should have, and it's definitely something that we have in one of our bug-out bags. You should also have the ability to know where the sun is and know the way that the Earth's sun rises and sets in certain ways, and also constellation basics like where's the Big Dipper? Well, it's north. So, and then he doesn't say it here, but you should have a Rand McNally paper map in your car. Both my cars have it. My dad was actually telling a story at Christmas dinner, and they had my mom had an emergency dental thing, right? And they were driving, and all of a sudden their GPS, they have like OnStar, their GPS went out. Couldn't find it, so they had to call the dentist, and they had to guide him in and direct him. Well, if he had pulled over and done it 1986 style, he would have pulled out his Rand McNally. He would have said, oh, I'm on this street, and nope, that's coming up here, and I know that over here on this street. So this is where it's got to be. So having a nice normal paper route map is smart as well. A good pair of binoculars. I like that as well. I think a good pair of binoculars is smart. A magnifying glass isn't a bad thing either. You can even start fires with those. But yeah, ways to check out your area with binoculars. Also, you should do an area study. Do a field study of your area. What does it look like? Where are the entry points, exit points? Where are the high points? Where's the higher ground at? Where are the water sources? Stuff like that. That's important. Wool blankets, yeah, you should definitely have those. We actually upped our game in our blanket department here in the old farmette. And, of course, a Bible. We have, I think, 3 or 4. We have the old family Bible in the prep room. We have a couple by the bed. And you should definitely have a Bible. Yes, I agree with that. And then a way to protect yourself. Yes, a way to protect yourself would be a very smart move. That was one of the things that stood out in the movie Homestead, was the fact that there's a scene and this family is crowded in a kitchen, and they're having the last of their food, and it's like 2 packs of ramen split between the 5 of them or 4 of them, and like a gherkin or a pickle looking thing, and that was it, and they're basically done. Well, as that's going on, lo and behold, next door they hear someone being assaulted by marauders, and the guy and his family did not have any way to protect themselves. They did not have the necessary boom maker to protect themselves, and so they had to leave. They thankfully were not harmed, but having a boom maker would be a wise thing. So I put this out to the community. What do you think is missing from this list? And I'll call it out. I think activated charcoal is the one that is missed on here, because it is very helpful. I think more traditional ways of starting fire, like a lighter and matches, I think that should be on here. I think fuel, like gasoline, and a way to preserve it with something like Stable or PRI, that would be a smart move to have on here. Camp stove, we got one of those. Great job, Am Ryan, I like it. Black garden hose for hot water, excellent. What do we got? Salt, guns, oh my gosh, look at you, brother. Good job. Plat maps are the smartest. Yes, different levels and elevations. Let's see. Gasoline, yes, and gasoline can help start a fire. What else do we got here? PrepperNow, he is there. PrepperNow is the last line of food defense. We had our Christmas ham, and I had joked that it was PrepperNow. For those that don't know, I do own a nice pig, and yeah. No, I joked, the kids know I was kidding, and they said, please don't make jokes about PrepperNow. But yeah, hand crank radio, good. Like it. Vaseline. You know what? Petroleum jelly. That's a good one. All kinds of medicinal uses, all kinds of other things too. Vaseline is an excellent one. Kerosene. Definitely safer for starting fire. Having a kerosene heater is a good one. Natural gas. Okay. Well, if you can run your vehicles off of natural gas, your own, and you can create it, that's great. Yeah. No, that is not a pea site, Felix. Come on, man. That is my pig. He's in the shorts if you need to go and see that he is a real thing. Stockpile of dry wood. That's excellent. Small propane torches. Excellent. Pine cones. Yes, they do make good tinder. Good to see you, Voodoo Queen. Basic hygiene necessities. That's excellent. Mark, I love it. Nail clippers and stuff like that. Soap. Bars of soap. Stuff like that. That's an excellent one. Hygiene products. Excellent. Deodorant. Yes, you will be stinky. You will be stinky. Water catchment systems. I think that would be a good one. We have rain barrels, so hopefully you do too. Vitamins. Yes, Texan. Good. We have a smoker, but it's electric, so build a smoker. Smart idea, bad bobber. You can do a lot with a smoker. Toothpaste. Cloves for dental. Oh, and that's another one, Sally Sock Puppet. Activated charcoal is excellent for brushing your teeth. I forgot about that. Baking soda, Texan 42. Great stuff. Good. Good. Yes, salting for meat and fish, covered salt. Cast iron on everything. Should definitely have a cast iron way to cook, you know, whether it's a pan or whatever. We have one. I can literally cook with everything. Canteen, yeah. Cup, cooking stand, good. And what else do we got? What else do we got? Baking soda for heartburn, yes. Vinegar, excellent. Excellent. Solar electric fencing for animals and yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Some of them shitty folk might not know their PA5x5. But yeah, they've got like the solar stuff. You put it on your fence, it's got a wire, goes around, and if you've got large animals, they rub up against that wire and it gives them a little GTFB, you know. So let's see. What do we got? Bleach. Yes, that's a good one. Reserve bow and arrows. I like that as well. Solar charger, headlamp. Excellent. Got those. Let's see. Bottle caps. And a nice sailboat. That's, yeah, okay. Well, you know what? On that tip, Watchman, things to do with your time. Maybe have board games or a puzzle or cards, you know. In my bug out bag, I've got cards. You know why? They're small, and you can do a lot of stuff with them. You can play all kinds of games, and they will take the time. If you're sitting there and you got your little kids on the side of the road. My wife had to spend the night one night in a snowstorm when she was up in I-95. She got stuck, and she had to stay the entire night. She'll never forget it. And she didn't have a lot of stuff. This is pre-prepper. And, yeah. Having cards and other things, that's good. A rubber ducky, like it. Just kidding. FRS radios, USB rechargeable. All right. Solar oven, good. Yes, you can make one. That's a good idea, Amanda. You take it and you put up there. Yes, they can go. That's the thing. I have a solar oven. I've never used it. It's like back of the back. We basically take this thing out and you fold it and you put it in the sun, and the sun gets going and you put the meat in the middle. It takes time, but you can cook chicken, all kinds of stuff with a solar oven. Wool blanket. Yes, you should definitely have a wool blanket. Ooh, I like that, Mark. Download as many PDFs as possible. You should definitely do that. Why? And DIYs and what to do in a nuclear event and how to do water and that book like The Old Ways and different PDFs and stuff like that. Checklists. So you can go in with first in, first out and stuff. Excellent, 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 excellent. Stock pantry for a year. Yes, Mr. Conserve Friends. Correct. So, and batteries. How about that? I haven't seen that on the list, and you should definitely have at least AA, AAA batteries and anything else. So we're going to cut it right there. There you go. There's a prepping list. Wonderful, wonderful. So we are thankful for what you just say. I think Mr. Snyder has done a good job here. I got to be honest with you. So hopefully you got some of this stuff. Some of it is good. Excellent ideas by all of you. You guys are on it. Wonderful ideas from all of you. And we're going in to 2025, so we're going to wrap up on this. I'm going to go do the crisis report, okay? So don't you worry. I'm coming back for more. I'll be more serious there. I know I was a little salty at the beginning, and I know that was some... Well, I know I should just be straight and professional like Dan Rather. Yeah, I will be going over the crisis report. But yeah, I appreciate all the stuff you did and talked about. That was good. Great stuff in the chat. And that's the beautiful thing about this. That's the wonderful thing. You think, all right, so back to my original start where I was getting a little salty that certain people in the back are hindering the preparedness community, okay? Which really is what aggravates me, okay? Did you know that the preparedness community is a multi-billion-dollar community, and it is one of the fastest growing societies today? People are really getting the idea that they are not going to be helped by people that are of an officialdom kind of thing, and they should have what they need to take care of themselves and help themselves in an emergency. That is becoming abundantly clear. The preparedness community, I think, is like 12 billion. That actually kind of sounds short, but I think it's a $12 billion industry at this point. So, I don't know. Maybe there should be a reconsideration. Maybe they should, maybe the people in the back that are totally angry that their candidate of choice didn't make it, maybe they should focus on, fixing themselves and maybe keeping an open mind, and just saying, yeah. They have seen the response from the government. Yes, I think anybody saw what happened in North Carolina can tell you that you better have your game together. So I've never really been truly tested, but I've had a couple of long emergencies, and by long I mean like a week or so. And I got to tell you, there's always things that are unforeseen. There's always things that you just don't know. And you want to be able to protect yourself, and you want to be able to be self-reliant and not asking for anything. I do not want to be in any lines waiting for water, food, or anything. I want to have everything laid out for me, ready to go. Okay? Mean it. So, well, the crisis report's coming up. Yeah, we're about to do it. We're going to do it at midnight. So I just want to thank you all. You guys are awesome. I love my community, and we're going to just keep coming back for more. Whatever happens here, folks. I've got contingency plans set up from X to Rumble to a backup channel to a super secret and all that. I'm going to do everything I can in my power to keep coming out here for more, because I can't hold my tongue. There's too many things going on. We have to get prepared, And the main thing in the crisis report, what do you think I'm going to be talking about tonight? I'm going to be talking about tonight, Syria is in major problems. Everybody's all having this love fest. Oh, all the countries in the West are coming in. They're going to meet. No, it's going to be a normal... No, it's not. It's not. There's already really terrible things happening. And some of those people celebrate the birth of Jesus. And we'll just leave it at that. Yeah, it's not looking good. So we're going to cover all that on the crisis report. I appreciate all of you. Felix the Cat, thanks for the tip, brother. God bless you all. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I really do. Thank God Jesus Christ was born, whether it was in December, March, or whenever. I'm better with Christ in my life. So I really appreciate you all. Okay? Keep prepping. Go to this list. And if there's something on here you like, go get it. If you don't have it. And for all of you that added, God bless you. Thanks so much. Thank you. All right, friends. We're going to turn it off. We're going to go on over the crisis report. See you in about 2 minutes. God bless. Links in the description. See you on the next one.